Now to a major development and a story that GB News first broke in January. And the Royal Mail is investigating problems with new barcoded stamps. And a GB News investigation found that people are being fined £5 to receive their post because the Royal Mail says the stamps that have been bought at post offices are fake. Well, I'm joined in our Westminster studio now by GB News' digital finance editor, Jessica Sheldon, who broke the story earlier this year. Welcome to the studio, Jessica. How on earth can this happen? These are legitimate stamps being bought by people in good faith from recognised outlets, not moody things down a car boot sale, and yet they're moody. How can it happen?
Absolutely. It's something of a mystery, which hopefully, now Royal Mail says they'll investigate, we'll have some more answers to. A GB News investigation earlier this year found that people were buying these stamps from places like post office and shops with post office in them, so really reputable, and they were sending off these stamps to their loved ones, but instead of the envelope arriving, they would get a note saying, you need to pay £5. Now, we've seen some which look slightly different to what we know are genuine stamps, but we've also broken a story today about people who have sent stamps, and one of them has been deemed counterfeit, and two others in the pack of stamps have been fine and got through fine.
And you can see them on screen there, Jessica. I mean, there's no discernible difference to the naked eye, and obviously not even to the people who are selling them at post office counters or wherever they're being passed on. So the mystery deepens. Who's printing them? How can they get in the mix? Is it the printer's barcode are blurred and they're just dodgily printed? And how did you find out about the story in the first place?
Yeah, we found out because a lot of GB News readers and viewers wrote into us. We've got an email address, which is money@gbnews.uk. We're really keen on anyone who's been affected to get in touch with us still. We've heard different stories. Some look counterfeit, whereas others are very similar looking to the others in the pack, but one's been deemed counterfeit and the others aren't.
Within the same book. So then it really starts to ask the question, could this be an inside job? I mean, I just don't understand how the same book from the same printer in the same batch as ones that are legit and the ones that aren't legit are being passed off. I don't understand the story.
Yeah, we definitely need some answers from Royal Mail. I'm really concerned for people who are sending these stamps, but also people who are selling them, because a lot of them are reputable places, and it's very unfair for sub-postmasters to be accused of selling counterfeit stamps when we don't know what's happened.
And of course, the post office at the moment is whipped with scandal with the post office submasters and submistresses. This is the last thing they need, yet more kind of moody practice going on, Jessica.
Absolutely. And with people, wanting to send post, you want to know that if you're going to send a letter to your loved one or going to pay a credit card bill, that it's going to get there okay and it's not going to be delayed because the stamp you thought was genuine was actually counterfeit. And
if people out there, Jessica, are getting their letters back or they're getting these fines, these £5 fines, what do they do?
Well, I would say if you're buying stamps, make sure you do go to a reputable place and definitely get a receipt. Keep all the paperwork you can. I think that's always a good idea. And you can complain to Royal Mail if you're affected. And there's also citizens' advice and trading standards.
Superb. Well, we have a response to read out, and a spokesman from the Royal Mail has said this. Royal Mail takes the illegal production of counterfeit stamps seriously. Since the introduction of barcoded stamps, we have been able to significantly reduce stamp fraud through added security features. And we are working hard to remove counterfeit stamps from circulation.